and welcome back to another Absurd Heroine video. So today we're doing Changeling Serpents, which is unblockable changelings. Because of this particular serpent of the yawning depths, Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, and Serpents you control can't be blocked except by Krakens, Leviathans, Octopuses, and Serpents. This includes all of your changelings, but it also includes all of their changelings, so if they have a changeling, then they can block your changeling. Or, you know, if they're, you know, running Octopuses, Krakens, Leviathans, or Serpents in their deck, they can also block your things. This was a deck voted on the Patreon. If you want to join the Patreon and support the channel, you would have my personal thanks, but also you would be able to join the polls. We have weekly polls for my janky deck ideas, and this was the one that was voted on most heavily last week. All right, so after saying that, let's go on. So what do we have here? We have just a bunch of changelings, all the good ones, and some of the bad ones, to put as many changelings into the deck as possible. So our changelings are Guardian Glade Walker. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. This is by far our weakest changeling, but I felt like we needed to have more than just what I was putting in here previously. And it's not, you know, it's a changeling. It works with the rest of the deck, right? So then we have Masked Vandal, which is whenever it enters the battlefield, you may exile a creature card from your graveyard, and if you do, destroy or exile target artifact or enchantment opponent controls. And that has come into play a lot. And if you haven't noticed, Kaldheim is actually pretty artifact and enchantment heavy for a set, so this actually works in our favor a lot. The most difficult thing to do with this changeling is actually having a creature in the graveyard, because we usually do cast the Masked Vandal on turn 2. All right, then we have Glade Walker Ritualist, and whenever another creature named Glade Walker Ritualist enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card. That doesn't happen too often, but it is great when it does happen, of course. Then we have Realm Walker. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. We are always going to be choosing Serpent, because everything else is a changeling. So we'll choose Serpent. Then you may look at the top card of your library at any time, and then you can cast a creature spells of the chosen type from the top of your library, which will then, in that case, be everything. All the creatures. Then we have Orvar, the All Form, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it can, if it targets one or more permanents you control, create token that's a copy of one of those permanents. It is other permanents, that's important. When a spell or ability an opponent control causes you to discard this card, create a token that's a copy of target permanent. This is just to make more changelings, really. This is just to kind of like overwhelm. And we have a bunch of stuff in the deck to kind of like help this along a little bit. Then we, then that's all the changelings, right? So then we have the things to help Orvar along here. We have Inscription of Abundance and Primal Might, and these are kind of just like fight cards. This one, even though you can target, so Inscription of Abundance, you can put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature, just in case we don't want to fight something. Target player gains X life, where X is the greatest power among creatures they control, and target creature you control fights target creature you don't control. So if we kick this and we can target 2 things, we can only copy one of them. Because the way that Orvar is worded here, if it targets more than one of your permanents, then you can create a copy of one of those permanents. So unfortunately, it doesn't copy multiple things, but I think that would be slightly OP if you could do that. And then, of course, yeah, Primal Might is just another fight card, right? So we have like these 2 fight cards. Those are our kind of removal on top of Absorb Identity, which is fun. Return target creature to its owner's hand, and then you may have shapeshifters you control become copies of the creature until end of turn. So basically, if we have a bunch of our shapeshifters out and they drop a big fat bomb, we can return that bomb to their hand, and then we have all of our shapeshifters turn into that bomb. So long as it's not legendary, because if it's legendary, then all of our creatures would die, and we wouldn't want that. All right, and then last but certainly not least, well, there's a Great Henge. Everybody knows the Great Henge. But last but certainly not least is the Bears of Littjara. So this is the Changeling Saga. Create 2/2 blue shapeshifter creature token with Changeling. Any number of target shapeshifter creatures you control have base power 4 and toughness 4/4, which is really good. Does not work with Absorb Identity, by the way. I'll explain that in just a bit. And then choose up to 1 target creature or planeswalker. Each creature with power 4 or greater deals damage equal to its power to that permanent. So this is removal also, on top of just making all of our creatures really big. I've been very impressed with the Bears of Littjara, by the way. So the interaction with Absorb Identity, if you have Bears of Lajara and you've cast this and then targeted your your shapeshifters with #2 so that they get base power and toughness 4/4, even if you absorb identity, anything, doesn't matter what it is, they will stay 4/4. So say they drop a big massacre worm or whatever that has base power and toughness 6/5, I think. They will be massacre worms, but they'll be 4/4 massacre worms. So it's important to keep that in mind, just in case you were planning on going in for the kill after this with this. An important interaction that I learned while playtesting this deck. So that's the deck. Let's get in and see if we can make it happen. All right, let's see what we got. Yeah, I think this is fine. This is fine. We've got creatures. We've got lands to cast those creatures. And that's all that you could ever want out of a creature-based deck. You know? Alright. We might have some jank going on here. Or we might just have Death Touch going on here. Absorb Identity. Sure. We'll keep that. We do have 2 Realm Walkers. We'll probably put out Guardian Gladewalker first, because we care about that one the least. And we do not mind losing it to one of these Death Touch creatures. They're not using snow, so we don't have to worry about Blizzard Brawl. Sure. Alright. Then Realm Walker. Serpent. Okay. Guardian Gladewalker. Okay, let's see what happens here. If they drop a fin. They don't. They draw a card. Okay, so no blocks here. We don't really care. We don't really care about that. So we'll probably just drop 2 creatures, starting with a Masked Vandal. And I guess we won't attack. Just in case they drop a fin. We might indeed want to block. Okay, cycling. Trying to find their fin is my guess. Okay. We shall block like so. They can only kill 1. So it is a 1-for-1. So that's good. Don't want this at the moment. Actually, we probably would be okay with that, to be honest. Because then we could cast our Serpent of the Yawning Depths next turn. But that's okay. No attacks. So what are we looking for here? We can keep our Primal Might until we have an Orvar, or they find a fin. Okay. We don't really care about this too much, I don't think. Yeah? We will double block the Cheville. We can absorb Identity a fin if they do end up, like, attacking a lot against us. No blocks. We want to kill a Cheville. Right? We do wish to do this thing. Okay, now they're gonna fight something. Oh, Village Rites. Okay, so they're still digging. They're still digging for a Finn. Okay. That is fine. A Realm Walker. I think we'll cast a Realm Walker. Serpent. And do we want to kill a Cheville? Not yet. Nope, we're going to keep up an Absorb Identity. Just in case they find their Finn. And they put their Finn down. And then just attack us for everything. Okay, draw a card, lose a life. Okay. There he is. There he blows. Okay, so we'll just block here to kill Cheville. And then absorb Identity. This Finn, yeah? No. We could absorb Identity our Serpent of the Yawning Depths the turn after next turn. But I think we will have too many poison counters on our decline. On us at that point. So we don't actually want to do that. So I think we'll just bring out more creatures. Ooh, that one's good. Okay, so Bears of Lichara is really good. No attacks. So they're going to bring Finn out again, and then they're going to hit us. And we'll block a lot. We'll block. We'll have to block a lot, and we'll probably have to Primal Might. We'll Bears, and then Primal Might Finn. Yeah, this is all fine. I don't really care too much about all this. Okay. So... we can take 8 poison counters now. Killing Finn will just bring it back with Loros. So unfortunately we can't do that. We have to be kind of careful with what we do here. We are going to have to kill this Loros. But I don't want to lose all of our stuff. So I think we'll just block like that. We'll take 4 poison counters. We'll Bears. Aha! Serpent of the Yawning Depths. And we'll Primal Might. I guess here. No attacks. Okay, cool. I don't think they want to attack with everything. Just those 2? Okay, so we will have 4 4/4s. Unblockable 4/4s. Which won't kill them. So I think we do actually need to block out this stuff. Because they don't really have, you know, any more cards in their hand, right? So we'll just attack with 1. Then we can kill Finn next turn. Really? Or we can kill Finn this turn. Okay. I guess I'm fine with that. cast an Orvar. Cast a Masked Vandal. And we are back in business again. All right, we did it. Good job, everybody. We beat poison. This seems fine. Yeah. We'll get a 5/5 from the Guardian Gladewalker and the Bears of Lichara. We have Absorb Identity. We've got Temple of Mystery. Yeah, this is fine. I'd like to see a Realm Walker out of here at some point, but... Gladewalker Ritualist. I think that's also fine. We'll probably cast that before the Bears of Lichara, honestly. Try to get as many shapeshifters out as possible before we put down the bears. Aha! We have ourselves a snow deck, which is scary. Snow decks are scary. Okay. And it is the proper color of snow decks. Don't mind us. We're just a cheeky little shapeshifter deck. 2 target snow permanent cards? I guess they're not... Yeah, okay. I guess that's all they can do. Alright. So... I guess we'll attack. See if they block. They probably won't. I would be very surprised. Bring on a Ritualist. The next turn, Bears of Lichara. We really want to save our kill spells for Jorn, or they're still off black mana here. Jorn. So we definitely want to kill Jorn. So in that case, we don't want to cast the Bears of Lichara at the moment. But we are going to 2-for-1 ourselves. Yeah. I think we are going to do this. We could absorb Identity Jorn to prevent them from being able to basically have a second turn. It's not on me, right? This is on them? Okay, Absorb Identity. Absorb Identity is good. But I don't think we want it right now. I think we can attack in and put 2+1/+1 counters on whatever gets blocked by Jorn. And if they don't block something, then we'll just Bears. Bears. Interesting. Alright. I guess we'll put 2+1/+1 counters on it. No. I think that's a fine trade. I'll trade. I think that's fine. And then we'll Bears. Then next turn we can kick Inscription of Abundance to kill Jorn. Sure. No blocks. Another 3 seasons, sure. A Narfi. Okay. We don't even need to kick Inscription. But we could. We'll do it before they attack. Give them as little information as possible. End turn. So 2 snow permanent cards, so that's probably both of their lands because they're off black. Or, okay, interesting. Okay. So they're probably planning to untap everything, which will be good for us to get them by surprise. Haha. Okay, here we go. So, target a player, us, creature we control, creature they control. Then that should technically fizzle this out. Ha ha ha. Aha! We did it. We are missing a blue mana source. But we can survive for a little bit without it. Not ideal here. Not ideal. Seem to be having trouble with mana recently. So I guess we'll Masked Vandal. Playing against green. So this could be just green Stompy, which is a deck that I need to make at some point. I'm sure it's good. Oh, okay, Celestia. Ooh. Okay. Not ideal. Not ideal as far as lands are concerned here. We need a blue mana source, please. Blue mana source, please. Alright, so we have Bant. Bant? Bant, I don't know what. But we are going to fight this. And then we're gonna get in. Oh yeah. Basically fighting just to... I don't know, it wasn't necessary. And we could have held on to it. And just attacked with a Masked Vandal, because I would be surprised if they blocked at all. Okay, so they have another one. It's fine. We also have another Inscription of Abundance. Interesting. We have no... Alright, so this is like Bant Party, basically. We like super duper need a blue mana source here. I don't know what they're doing. Bant Party. So that would be the commander, squad commander. What else in Bant? Wow, dude. Seriously? My deck hates me today. The deck hates me. Sure. Take 5. Spoils of Adventure. Sure. Wouldn't be bad in this deck, actually. If we, you know, could draw something other than green mana sources. Super upset, if you have noticed. Alright, so... we kill... the Nimble Trap Finder. We don't want them to have a full party to attack in and, you know, do stuff. Oh, goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, do we battle 3 Orvar? Or bears? I guess we Orvar, huh? I don't mind one for winning here. But they do. I would not be surprised if they had... oh, more Spoils of Adventure? Sure. It's a good card if you play the colors. Linvala, okay. Wait. If you have a full party, choose non-land permanent until your next turn it can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Okay. Okay. And we'll just lay everything out, because we kind of don't care. I guess we'll attack with this one. And they will just let it in, as per usual. So... they can get rid of anything, probably, with Journey to Oblivion. Squad Commander is going to be really strong if they pull it. Nimble Trapbinder is strong also if they pull it. What else? Squad Commander? Sure. But the cool thing is we can absorb the identity of a Squad Commander. Oh, okay. Yep. That does make a lot of dudes. So in this case, we need a... Are we just dead here? Okay. So we can take hits from 2 of them. Which means we need to sacrifice 2 of our dudes. Sorry, not that one, this one. Okay. So we need a Serpent. And we can't cast a Serpent. Basically. Cannot cast a Serpent. That's unfortunate. We drew it, but we didn't have the land. We don't have the land to actually, That's really unfortunate. Yeah. Cool though. I like their deck a lot. I like their deck a lot. Okay, this looks nice. We can deal with this. Got some shapeshifters, got our Orvar. Hopefully we get some... Ooh, interesting. What? So maybe, is it spells? Or maybe just... Yeah, is it spells, I guess? They're just trying to draw land? I'm not sure. Not 100% sure on that one. Alright, so forest. Guardian Gladewalker. They want to kill it, they can kill it. Which I'm sure is probably what they're going to do, yep. That is fine. Hopefully they put down, like, enchantments. So we can get rid of that. Haha. Go away. I said go away. We don't want any of your shenanigans going on here. They might bounce stuff, they might kill things. Reconnaissance mission. Interesting. Okay. Bring out Norvar. They might counter it. But we shall do it all the same. Okay. So we'll attack. I can't imagine they don't have removal for Orvar. I guess they don't. They could have done something. The Fairy's Ageless Insight. Okay. Fortunately, we can't kill our own dude. We need to remove a creature from our graveyard in order for Masked Vandal to work. Which makes me very sad. Maybe we'll try and get Orvar outside of direct damage. Range? Okay. So they're probably gonna just draw a lot of cards here. If you would draw a card, draw 2 cards instead. So it's, yeah. Alright. I mean, we're just gonna keep attacking, I guess. We can absorb identity, anything that they cast, if they cast something. Alright, they're returning that to our hand. Sure. We shall cast it, and they might counter it this time. Which they didn't. Wow. Fascinating. I guess I'll just attack. All right. We'll keep up an absorb identity or board wipes, I guess. I'm not sure. Okay. So they can probably draw a lot of cards. I'm hoping that they cast a creature so that we can absorb its identity at some point. A shock, sure. So we're going to absorb our own dude's identity so that they waste this shock. Okay. So that's a 3 for 2. So I suppose I'm okay with that. And we're gonna get rid of that. Yeah, just keep going, I guess. They're top decking. Sure. Okay. Okay. I mean, we were gonna not kill them next turn. I don't think there was any way that we could have killed them next turn. But, they were in dire straits there. Enchantment removal is strong. Okay. It is a fairly weak hand. But we do have Temple of Mystery, 3 lands, and things that we can cast, so I cannot ignore that. Fabled Passage. We shall keep a Fabled Passage. Then Guardian Gladewalker, Guardian Gladewalker. Okay, so Black Foretell so far. No Snowlands. I'll take that. I do not mind that. Alright, a Great Henge. If Guardian Gladewalker 1-for-1s, then I'm like pretty happy. We need a Bears of Lichara here. Wow. Okay. Like I said, if it 1-for-1s, I am happy. Alright, so we're gonna get another blue here. Guardian, or Gladewalker Ritualist. Poison the Cup. This is just like straight out removal. Removal.deck. I don't really mind. I don't mind too much. We need to draw more things to cast though, that's for sure. Okay. Or a land. More things or a land? Yep, we'll take 3. We're not in any danger at the moment. Bears. We'll take bears. Alright, and then hope we draw land so that we can Serpent of Yawning Depths. Because I'm pretty sure this is going to die, right? Yeah. How is that not going to die? Removal.deck. Removal.deck versus, like, what we are. Alright. They're not all out of removal. Yeah. It's kind of crazy though. 2 top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal cards so far. Alright. It doesn't matter. We have nothing. We have nothing. We have to cast it. Like, I would prefer not to cast this, but we can't not cast it. And now they kill it. With another Poison the Cup. This is ridiculous. Top. So probably removal. Okay. Okay, Gladewalker Ritualist. And I think we actually do Primal Might. Because we can't, you know. We can't deal with that at the moment. Do they have another removal spell? Wow, dude. It's kind of amazing. Okay. Here we go. We try again. See if they drew another one. They did draw another one. So we shall return this to protect it. Sure, take action. And we hope that they don't have another removal spell. Did you draw another removal spell? No. Goody. All right. So we have bears. We still can't cast this, huh? They've just been removing everything. Ah, really? Jeez Louise. Ugh, what a battle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And just one little Skyclave Shade. And 9 removal spells. I guess that can do it against a mid-range creature deck. This seems pretty good. We can keep this. Hopefully we can get another untapped land. Come on, untapped land. Yeah. So we'll Guardian Gladewalker into... Let's see, Ritualist? Realmwalker, probably, actually. Undo Sky Ruins. Destroy all non-land permanents. Oh boy. So this is mono white control. No, okay. Alright, I think we're gonna Realmwalker here. For Serpent. Just so that we know what we're getting. No attacks. Fencing Ace. Okay. Okay. They must have a combat trick? Or no? How interesting. We are actually going to Realmwalker again. I want to get as many shapeshifters out before we Bears of Lichara. It might be greedy to do that, but no attacks. Maybe we should Bears next turn. I was hoping we could draw a land and then we could Masked Vandal and Bears. Hallowed Priest. Okay. And another Fencing Ace. Alright. Actually, Premomite's pretty good. Why don't we Ritualist? We could Ritualist to draw and then hit something. And then hopefully draw land in the meantime. Halvar, God of Battle. Oh boy. Okay. We really need to get rid of that. So I think I'm going to. Wait, hold on. I wish we didn't have to. Maybe we just Bears this time. Yeah. Let's Bears now. I think it's bear time. It's bear time, everybody. And they're not doing anything. Huh. Interesting. Okay. I am a little worried here. A little worried. But I think I'm just going to attack with everything. We have Absorb Identity. Sure. Okay. So now we Ritualist, I think? We have one more land. We'll be able to cast Great Henge next turn, so long as not all of our creatures die. They could undo Sky Ruins. Can they undo Sky Ruins? Mary's Call? Okay. Sure. Actually, we'll do it this way. still think they're dead, right? So we just kill this. Yeah. Okay. That was an interesting deck. We didn't see any auras or enchantments for Halvar, right? Auras or equipments, rather. So I feel like they were missing big parts of their deck. But Hallowed Priest doesn't seem like it really fit in there. I do want to make this kind of deck with, like, fencing aces. Actually, fencing aces are not legal, technically, so... Whoa. Thank you, Jiggly Bits, for subscribing. I forgot to turn off my overlay. Somebody randomly subscribed to me while I was offline. All right. So that was Changeling Serpents. I mean, it is fun. It is super fun to, like, just be Changeling tribal. And there are some very strong parts of this deck, for sure. Bears of Lichara is just really strong with a bunch of Changelings. This is probably the strongest card in the deck. Bears of Lichara. But there are glaring weaknesses that come from just being like a creature-based deck. There's not really enough card draw, so if you run out of options, then you're kind of like up the creek without a paddle, which is one of the reasons why I put the Great Henge in here. But it's hard to turn it on, so you probably don't want the Great Henge in here. You'd probably want something else. Some other way of drawing cards with green. I mean, maybe you want to put like Garruk's Stomping in here or whatever that enchantment is. So there's like enchantments for green enchantments that draw you cards. Draw. Colossal Majesty. Nope, that's not legal. Garruk's Uprising, is that the one? Yeah. No, actually, that's not very good either. Unfortunately, because it's only with when a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under your control. I thought it was like at the beginning. This one would be good if you don't mind. If you don't mind playing with cards that aren't technically legal in Standard, or maybe Primal Empathy. But you have to keep in mind that these are also like pretty slow. Like this is a turn 3. Like this deck is slow. It is slow, but it is fun, and the whole entire point is to surprise your opponent out with Serpent of the Yawning Depths. We didn't actually see that very much here, but it does work, and when it does, it is very satisfying. So maybe what you want to do is get rid of Great Henge, put in more Serpents of the Yawning Depths so that you make sure that you come across this card in your travels. You could do less Orvar. I don't think we even got to copy anything with Orvar, honestly. I have done it before, and it is pretty useful when it happens, when you know, are able to do it. But that didn't come across very, very much here. So yeah. That's my Changeling Serpent deck. Fun times. Not particularly strong, but hey, sometimes you just want to mess around and have some fun. And this is one way of doing it. One of the many ways of doing it in Magic the Gathering. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having an excellent week, and I will catch you all later. Ciao.